Hello guys, welcome back to our weekly intellectual discussion, The Dean Show. So, The Dean Show, we will talk about the things that happen between us. And today, we will talk about the Ijaz Al-Quran, or the inimitability of Quran. What makes the Quran is miracles.
Ijaz Al-Quran is a doctrine which holds that the Quran has a miraculous quality, both in content and in form that no human speech can match. 10 aspects of the Ijaz Al-Quran from Al-Qurtubi. Its language excels all other Arabic language. Its style excels all other Arabic style. Its comprehensiveness cannot be matched. Its legislation cannot be surpassed. Its narrations about the unknown can only result from revelation. Its lack of contradiction with the sound natural sciences. Its fulfillment of all that it promises, both good tidings and truth. The knowledge it comprises, both legal and concerning the creation. Its fulfillment of human needs and its effects on the hearts of men. Miraculous nature of the Quran. According to the doctrine, the Quran is a miracle, and its inimitability is the proof granted to Muhammad in authentication of his prophetic status. All those who are acquainted with the Quran in Arabic agree in praising the beauty of this religious book. Its grandeur of form is so sublime that no translation into any European language can allow us to appreciate it. From the literary point of view, the Quran is regarded as a specimen of the purest Arabic, written in half poetry and half prose. It has been said that in some cases grammarians have adopted their rules to agree with certain phrases and expressions used in it, and that though several attempts have been made to produce a work equal to it as far as elegant writing is concerned, none has as yet succeeded.
After the consensus of scholars on inimitability of the Quran and on inability of human beings to produce anything similar to it, their opinions differ on the significance of inimitability of the Quran. There are 10 views on Ijaz of Quran. First, it is comprised of a strange organizational structure that is absolutely different from the organization of Arab and their prose, in terms of its phrase, idioms, and rhymes. Second, it is free from incompatibility, inconsistency, and mutual contradiction. 3. There are rhetoric in the meanings of figurative or allegorical expression. 4. Included in the Quran are the excellent and meritorious phenomenon, amazing and marvelous things at the opening and at the end of each chapter. 5. The eloquence of Quran above of any human speech. 6. The unique arrangement of its verse and surah and the manner in which the words are arranged. 7. The incapability to produce anything similar to it by the disbelievers during the Prophet's time and those after that. 8. The prediction which occurred in the Quran and which later come true. 9. The fact that it has been protected and remained unchanged over such a long period of time despite the fact that all other religion books have been destroyed. And lastly, the stories and account of the nation and prophets of old, since the prophet had no recourse to such information.
Hi, welcome back to The Dean Show. As we already know about the knowledge about the Ijaz Al-Quran, let us find out more about the knowledge about Ijaz Al-Quran with our knowledgeable guest.
Thank you for Adeli from the studio. Here us with Ustaz Shakir. So we can talk about one of the important things, which is Ijaz Al-Quran. Welcome to our show, Ustaz Shakir.
Thank you for inviting me here. It's an honor for coming here.
So I can say that Ijaz Al-Quran is the inimitability of the Quran, as I'm sure we all know that Quran is something that we can never imitate. In addition, from the linguistic side, can you explain how it will be the legislative too?
Okay, from one of the examples that we can use is the RUU 355 Act.
What do you mean by that?
As you can see, the Act of 355 was already implemented in 1965 and was passed by the Parliament and the Muslim Court, which was implemented only on Muslims. The Act consisted of punishment was jail until 6 months and fine not exceeded RM 1,000 ringgit. But in 1989, the Act was amended, which the punishment was fine not exceeded RM 5,000 ringgit, 6 lashes and 3 years in prison. So the amendment by Haji Dawang was not the first amendment that he wanted to renew and upgraded the punishment, the law for the Sharia law to follow the punishment for the wrongdoers, which was 30 years in prison, fine until 100,000 ringgit, based on Al-Quran, which was stated in Surah An-Nur, verse number 2, for the committing adultery, the unmarried woman or unmarried man found guilty of committing sexual intercourse lashes each one for the wrongdoers, which was 100 lashes, and do not be taken by the committee for them in the religion of Allah. If you should believe in Allah and let a group of the believers witness their punishment. Qazaf, the people accuse a person for committing adultery without bringing 4 witnesses in Surah An-Nur, verse number 4, and those who accuse chase a woman and then do not produce 4 witnesses, lash them with 80 lashes, and do not accept from the testimony ever after. And those who are defiantly disobedient and do not accept them also from the hadith, which the punishment for drinking alcohol for 40 lashes, and by implemented the act of the Sharia court will become more superior than before, which are rather than taking care of family matters and settle the problems under the property of the deceased of the family matters.
Does this act will be affected to the non-Muslim in this country? Does this law will be implication to the hudud in Malaysia?
Okay, as I said earlier,
Yes.
this law only implemented for the Muslim only, and the non-Muslim will be tried under the jurisdiction of the civil law. The act was not covering the capital punishment, which is death penalty, which is under of the civil law. The law only covering of family and society Muslim, since the law of Sharia court punishment was too lenient, and the rate of action which is against Islam that was prohibited by Allah, such as adultery and drinking alcohol, is on the rise in now generation due to not afraid of the Sharia court punishment in Malaysia.
Okay, last question. From your opinion, what is the benefit from amendment of the Act of 355?
Okay, the benefit of amendment of the Act of 355 can be seen when the Act will be implemented. That shows the court of Sharia will become more superior in Malaysia. The Muslim will think twice before committing any action, which the punishment that will be given by the Sharia court is not lenient and heavy than before. And this law also was to protect the dignity of human, which was happened under the section 377. If a person having sexual intercourse with an animal, the person will be imprisoned for 20 years, fine or whipping. Therefore, this punishment has shown that an animal has more dignity than human for being sexual intercourse by a human. But when the human committing the adultery, the person only will be punished with the formula of 356. Therefore, the amendment is to uphold the dignity of the Muslim.
I think this session has been helpful and full of new information for all of us. Thank you again, Ustaz Shakir. Now back to the studio with our host. This is Salihin and this is Diskusi. Thank you very much.
Wow, what a full of information from our speaker just now. Thank you to our reporters because they managed to get the knowledge from our speakers, and we managed to get more knowledge about Ijaz Al-Quran. And the most important thing right now, we must always abide by the rule of Allah from Quran and Sunnah. Thank you from our reporter. That's all from us, the Deen Show. See you next week with our new topic. Assalamualaikum.